Hello stock traders, I hope all of you are having a great day, and in today's video I'm going to go over my active ETF strategy, and I'm going to cover quite a few trades that I have done with this strategy, buy points and sell points, and also give you some of the stocks that I'm currently in this strategy. All I ask in return is that you hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. And if you have not done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. Now, this strategy has a very, very high win rate. If you are looking for a stock trading strategy that you're going to make anywhere between 3-4% all the way up to around 50% returns, and these are long holds. Typically, they take a week to 2 weeks to kind of fold to their full fruition. Anyway, I'm going to cover some of these trades that happen in here, and with a 96% win rate, this is a stock strategy that works really well for me. Now, this is trading some companies that have very strong financials and that some ETFs are adding as part of this. So whether it's RXRX ETF or whether it's Berkshire Hathaway, or whether other prominent investors are loading up like Michael Burry and a few others. This is a great strategy that takes advantage of the dip in these strong stocks. And so I have a lot of these in my watch list. I have certain bell notifications that different alerts that I have set up that I look for value on buying these stocks. And so typically what I will do is I will go in on a stock and I might use 3% of my cash position. And if the stock drops again, I never have a stop loss in these companies. I am purchasing more, averaging down as we go. Now, with that strategy, you need to be careful of wash sale rules and talk to your accountant on how wash sale rules can really mess up your taxes at the end of the year if you're trading in a taxable account. That is something to pay attention to. But I get a lot of results. Let's get into it. I'm going to start covering all of these. I have quite a few that I sold this last week, so we'll take a look at that. One thing I want to talk about is you can find all of these alerts. I share each and every one of these alerts in my Discord. So in my private Discord at the level of complete portfolio. So complete portfolio and the premium portfolio are the two levels that I share these callouts on. So if that's something that you're interested in, I have a link in the description down below. You will want to check it out. All right, let's get going. The very first stock that we're going to talk about is ticker symbol TWLO. So this is Twilio. And this yellow line is where I bought and then where I sold. Obviously, it didn't hold for the gap fill up here. I wish I would have. But we saw the sell indicators that I look for happen on this, was able to sell it for a 3.38% gain. The next is SQ. So this is Block. Sold this for a 3.57% gain. This is where I bought. This is where the buy signals were happening, is right here after this long move downwards. And this one timed perfectly. And sold out here on sell indicators as we hit resistance up here. This was for a really nice gain of 3.57%. All right, the next one is Prime Medicine. Now, this is on my list because this is traded on RK ETF and a lot of the ARCs ETF. And so bought in here on buy signals, and this was the area that I bought, is right in here. Each one of these, this is the daily chart that you are looking at, and then sell indicators came in here. It actually popped up, and then the sell indicator came again as it broke this level here and was able to sell at this level before it really fell. So that worked out really nicely. All right, the next is DraftKings. This was a great trade. This was for an 8.71% gain. And bought here again perfectly on this support line, and that worked out really well. You can see where it's come down and touched this line, and this has been a prominent level of support resistance, and so chose that level. And so when we hit that, alert went off and was able to buy in. And then sell indicators kind of came up here. And this was timed really perfectly. This trade did not take very long. I think it was only 4 days. Got in here and then bam, out right there. So felt pretty good about that. It did pop up higher, and I did not catch that move higher, but almost caught the top. This next one, though, it was a really fantastic trade. This is RXRX, Recursion Pharmaceuticals. This is part of the RK ETF. And so this is another one of those that I was watching. Buy signals came in here. Actually bought it as it came here. So this took some conviction. It definitely went the wrong direction on me and stuck down there for quite a while. Was down here, you know, just kind of like, okay, well, I was down about 8% at this point, and then bam, it really started to move, and we saw a positive move on this one. Was really great, and then finally got sell signals all the way up here. Sold this for a 61.34% gain this last week. This was really great. This last week was 100% in this strategy, so 8 out of 8 on this strategy, so that's really, really good. I love that, and have had a lot of success over and over and over again. This is Adaptive Biotechnology. Sold this for a 5.56% gain. Roku was another one. This again was in the RK ETF. Sold this for a 6.64% gain. And then last but not least, CERS. Sold this for a solid 7.41% gain. Really helped to get almost the bottom here. This is when it was started to alert, was right here. Got in at a really good price and was able to move that little move up. Then once we got there, once we got to this level right here, sell indicators started going off, and so that was the reason for exit point on this one. All right, so now let's talk about some of the stocks I'm currently in. I'm going to give you the buy points that I've gotten. The very first one we're going to talk about is CDNA. This is CareDX. So this is kind of hard to see. Let me get in here a little bit better. All of these yellows are my purchases on it. So 3 different purchases as we came down here. The very first one was actually right here. This alerted there. And then the next day got in right here at the top. And then it went to sell-off mode. Another buy happened right down here as another buy indicator came on. And so that's why I like to save and only use a portion of my cash portfolio, of the cash in my portfolio, to do this. Typically I use 3% to go in on my buys, because then I never run out of opportunity to average in on this. So far not so good on this one. This one down, but it's got a long ways to go. Hasn't hit its exit point. If we continue to dip down here and we get down to this level again, that would probably be another buy indicator. I would be buying again on this. So some of these trades can take about a month to go through. Some can take longer than a month. I've had quite a few take even longer than 1 month's time, but I've had just ridiculous success of holding for these buy and sell signals, and success in buying in. You just have to be careful to make sure, again, for those wash sales, make sure you understand the wash sale rule and how it works. All right, the next one is Teladoc Health, ticker symbol TDOC. This trade is not going great, so bought it on the way down here, got in here, and yeah, not going great, going the wrong direction. So far not so good on this one, but looking forward to this turning around. Another one is Chevron. This is one that has been popular with Berkshire Hathaway. It's one of the reasons why I was watching it. They have sold some shares, and so it's really kind of affected price. But I've been able to get a really good buy. My buy was right here, right at the beginning of May. And so it's been almost a month on this. This has not been a great trade so far, but not down a ton. And as we hit these buy levels down lower, we'll probably alert again for some more buying as we go on this one. The next one is Shopify. This one is part of the RK ETF. This is another one that I've been watching of Kathy Wood's. And what I found with this strategy, with the buy signals, A lot of times the buy signal will go off for me, and then about 2 days later, ARK is loading. And so tend to be ahead of them a little bit on this with this strategy as it pertains. So that's been kind of interesting. So Shopify bought in 3 different times. On the way down here, we had a buy indicator bought here, bought at the top here the next couple of days, bought again here, and then has since it just hasn't worked out yet, but I'm liking this for a move higher. Those buy signals have been very good, and so looking forward to moving on. Next is DNA. All right, so DNA have only had one buy. So far, we're doing really well with this one. The buy came in right here, and so got in here as it broke through. And this is looking very strong so far up in it, but it has not hit its exit point yet. So some different levels that I like for this one. 175 is a level. If it got back up to, it would probably alert for a sell signal. This 200 moving average up here, another thing to watch there. All right, so and then the last one I kind of want to talk about is NVTA. This one I had called out earlier, and I have been buying this thing up. This is not working out well so far. Had my first buy here. Another, and yet we're down. So this hasn't worked out great. You know, I don't think this one's going to be a loser as we form a bottom here. Hopefully we get a double bottom right around that level right there at 106. Looking for a move higher on this, and I just stick with my strategy. I don't ever waver. If we dip even further and there's more buy indicators, I'm going to buy more. That is how it works. You use 3% of my cash position and purchase some more shares on that. Okay, so let me cover a couple more. First is this next one is Hood. This one is very popular, again, with the RK ETF. 855 is my average. I had one buy, and it was right here. And so far, so good on this. Up just a little bit. Looking forward to it doing very well. Kraft Heinz. I got a couple buys here on Kraft Heinz. This one, very first buy was here. That was a very strong buy signal, and it kept going down. Came back up to the level and then down again. And when we came to this level, it alerted again, and bam, I bought here. So looking forward to this one being good. And the last one I have on there is Verve Therapeutics, ticker symbol VERV. This is another Cathie Wood positive one here. And so we got a couple buy signals, and we bought here. So far, not going so great, but this strategy really does work. I've been doing this over and over again. Really good stocks, buying the dip, have had a lot of success with it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please reach out to me in the comment section down below. I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you in the Discord. We'd love to see you there if you're looking for some solid trades. These are very high volume stocks. And I tell my members before I enter these stocks, so they get a game plan every morning, and you get to see exactly what's going on. That $70 levels is really great. Anyway, wish you all the best, and Raythoven out.